Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Marketing. I am so excited for today's guest. Today's guest is a TikTok expert, and I have been searching for somebody to come on the podcast and talk about TikTok forever. And today's guest, I saw her at Social Media Marketing World this year. She and I have connected on Clubhouse, and she has been helping people with their TikTok strategy. She's helped over 300 clients. She's a TikTok marketing and trends expert. Wyld, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. I am super excited to talk about TikTok.
Oh man, and TikTok has been one of those things that I've struggled with. Full transparency. I mean, I got kind of sucked in during the pandemic when I couldn't leave my house. And so there's some videos of me in the bathroom. That sounds weird, but me in the bathroom, doing some of the TikTok trends after my kids went to bed. And it's one of those things where I know it is an incredible tool, and it's so different than the other social media channels out there. So I'm so glad that you're here. I don't feel like I've given you enough of an introduction as to how much knowledge you have with TikTok. So you've been helping businesses and brands with their TikTok strategy. And just tell us a little bit how you got involved with TikTok.
Absolutely. Yeah. So first of all, I eat, sleep, breathe TikTok. It is just what I do. So before the pandemic, I was working as a personal brand photographer and coach, and sharing a lot of digital marketing tips with my clients because, they were not using their photos. I was helping them make content, and they really didn't understand social media marketing. And I was helping them with that. And then, of course, March 2020, COVID hit, and I had to return lots of deposits and money from clients, and was like, I'm not really sure what's going on with my business. And I had an Instagram coach friend say, hey, you should just get on TikTok. Like, there's a lot of potential there right now. It's very early, and, just play around and see what you can do. And I thought, okay, maybe I could generate leads for some personal brand coaching clients. I did not know what I was doing. I was posting all kinds of different things. I was posting some photography stuff, some personal branding stuff, mindset tips actually were doing really well. And I had a few videos do really well. They went what I call now, I thought they were viral back in the day, like 100,000 views, which I call now more semi-viral. And I got hooked. And that's how TikTok gets you. It just made me, I just, fell in love with the app. I really liked how fun it was over there in comparison to Instagram. And I just loved, sorry, now I'm messed up.
It's okay.
Pause. I was like on it. Okay. So I just really fell in love with the culture of TikTok. It was a lot of fun over there, and the creativity on the app and what other people were doing. So I just, started learning everything I could about TikTok, experimenting, watching content creators to see what they were doing. And yeah, that's how it all started. I was sharing my success on Instagram with my audience there, and got a lot of questions like, well, how do you use this? What are you doing? And it was like a light bulb moment, like, well, I could be a TikTok coach. There's lots of Instagram coaches. Why wouldn't there be a TikTok coach? I mean, at that time, I had only seen probably 5 or so. And I was like, okay, there's a lot of potential here. And I felt just really in alignment with bringing some of my digital marketing skills to the app and applying that and helping people grow.
Well, in Wave, I love that you said, I just started out by having fun on it. And it is different than the other social media apps that are out there. One of the things that's really different is that algorithm. And it is a different spot for you to be seen. You don't need to have, I do feel like a lot of people are like, well, I didn't get started on Instagram right at the beginning, so now I'm behind. Where with TikTok, really all it takes is one video to give you that new audience to promote what it is that you do. So for those that are listening right now and they're like, oh gosh, Katie, you guys are talking about TikTok. Like, isn't that for kids? Talk to us just a little bit about TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely not just for kids anymore. The app completely changed in the pandemic, and the millennials and Gen X took over. The 25 to 45 range is the biggest growing demographic on TikTok right now. And yeah, so all ages are there. All communities and niches are there. If you're, a fitness coach, a real estate agent, you're a food creator, it's all there. If you want to make pet videos and become a pet influencer, a biz influencer, influencer marketing, like it is all, like everything is on TikTok now. It's just amazing. You can also make a niche out of anything, which I think is so fascinating on TikTok. But basically, if we want to get into how the algorithm works, it's a recommendation system. So when you first join the app, the algorithm's trying to figure out who you are and what type of content you like so that it will keep you on the app longer. So if you start watching a lot of cat videos, it's going to show you more cat videos. And it's trying to figure out who you are. So yes, at first you're going to see a lot of that dancing and lip syncing content, because that's kind of the broadest, most popular content on the app. The app was known as Musical.ly before it became TikTok. So that's why I think that misconception still exists, that like, oh, it's just for teens. Oh, it's only just like dancing and silly lip syncing videos. But there are so many communities, like I mentioned, on TikTok that you can find people and you can easily build community. That's one thing I love about TikTok too. Mostly going by live streaming, but now I'm starting to ramble because I can just go on and on and on.
Well,
I hope that was helpful.
It is, because, you said, with the algorithm, when you first join, it's going to see where you're located and the type of videos that you first start watching. And I'll never forget, I made one video standing outside of my house. I think it was the Elsa, the like fun. It was a trending audio for a bit. And I remember my neighbor 3 doors up from me, who at the time was like 13 years old, she goes, "That feeling when you see your neighbor on TikTok." And that was her comment. And I was like, oh, well, that's embarrassing. But somehow the algorithm placed me into her feed.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. It is also geo-focused app. So when you post videos, they are shown to a local region first. And then depending on how users engage with it, it is pushed out to more people in a wider geographic area.
So I guess that's a great, like I said, I am so novice when it comes to TikTok. I will be the first to raise my hand and say that. And on Instagram, I know you can use location tagging in your posts. But with TikTok, do they still have the location tags, or is it all just based on what IP you have, or how does it find that stuff out?
It's your IP address for sure. So yeah, TikTok knows your IP address and your location. There's not so much location tagging. However, if you're a small business, you can be using hashtags to kind of target. I've done that with some real estate clients, like Missouri real estate agent, using cities, that kind of stuff, just to get a little bit more exposure in that area can help. If anybody is, searching content or searching for that type of service.
Well, and Wade, you bring up a good point on hashtags. And for those listeners that follow me on social media, I've been going on a huge hashtag kick lately. And hashtags are very different for each platform. They're different from Instagram to Facebook, Facebook to LinkedIn, and LinkedIn to TikTok. So talk to us just a little bit about hashtags on TikTok. Are they necessary? Is that how you get found with reach? How many should you be using?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hashtags, here we go. So first of all, I want to explain what hashtags do on TikTok. They really do two things. They help to tell the algorithm who to show your content to. So you, of course, really want to use relevant to your content, right? You want the right people to see your content so that they will watch it, engage with it, and that you will get more views and more exposure. So that's why you want to stay away from those generic hashtags like FYP. They don't really do anything for your content.
And FYP, so
they help to tell the algorithm.
Hashtag FYP means For You page, which is a
Yes.
Reels thing, or I'm sorry, which is a TikTok thing.
Yes, the For You page is that main vertical feed that you scroll, and when you open up the app, that you see all kinds of different videos from people you follow and from people you don't follow. Yeah, so they tell the algorithm who to show your content to. And then the other thing they do is, just like Instagram, they categorize your content. So you can go to a hashtag and find videos that use that hashtag. Now, you don't have to use hashtags at all. However, if you are a business owner, I do suggest using, because they are just a strategy. Now, I also don't recommend getting too hung up on hashtags. A lot of people do this. I get a ton of hashtag questions, and I say to them, you know what? It is just a strategy to help increase your views. The first and foremost thing you want to be doing on TikTok is focusing on your content. Is it directed to your ideal audience? Is it valuable? Is it entertaining? Does it make people feel an emotion? All kinds of things, another topic we could go into. And then for hashtags, 3 to 5 is all you need. Do not spam and fill up your whole caption space with hashtags. That's not how the caption spaces are meant to be used. You only need 3 to 5.
Awesome. So 3 to 5 hashtags, that takes away a lot of the overwhelm, I know, for trying to find those right hashtags, because again, using the mass hashtag of FYP and hashtag social media, hashtag blessed, that's not going to do anything for you. So let's just get those out of your hashtag strategy right this instant. So you mentioned also Wave is not just about dancing and lip syncing, but there are trends on TikTok that can definitely help you. And it's encouraged to kind of stay on trend with your content on TikTok.
Absolutely. I do recommend trends. I also known on TikTok as the queen of trend alerts. That's how I built my brand and stood out in my niche on TikTok. And so I do recommend trends for a few reasons. The first one is that they do help with exposure and growth. And I just know that from speaking to, hundreds of followers who've told me that, and clients that it's worked for them. The other thing is that it helps you showcase your personality. So if you are a service-based business, you're going to do a lot of what we call educational content, like maybe talking head videos. Talking head videos are very popular on TikTok. What that means is you're just doing what I'm doing right now, just speaking to the camera, delivering information. So you don't see a lot of my personality. And when you do a trend, you can kind of be a little bit fun, a little bit silly. You don't take yourself so seriously, be a little bit goofy with some of these and make a joke. So you get to see that other side. And then it also helps you be relatable. One of the key ways to grow on TikTok is by being really relatable to your ideal followers. And then the last one is that you can use trends to sell. And that's something I talked about at Social Media Marketing World. There are some certain ways that you can kind of adapt them and make a joke about your business or something and use them with call to actions to sell.
Yeah. And I think that too, a lot of clients that I've worked with on the Instagram Reels side of trends, they say, well, that just that's not me. I'm not a trend person. But it is good to have that balance between, like you said, the talking head videos and then using the trending. I mean, even if it's not you, dancing or doing something funny, using that same audio is just as good for videos, or maybe is it a little different on TikTok?
So one thing to think about with the trends on TikTok is there are a lot of different types of trends. I rarely recommend dancing trends. I recommend the types of trends that business owners can use. So they're generally what I call a POV trend. A POV trend is where you are lip syncing some dialogue or lyrics of the music, and then you're making a joke, a relatable joke using text in the video. And that joke is going to relate to whatever the punchline is in the audio. And these are great because they only take like 5 minutes to make. They're so quick. You just have to think of the joke and then you just lip sync. And it's generally doesn't require dancing and being too silly or goofy and that type of thing.
I love the trending audio videos. Those ones are some of my favorites. Those are what I do mostly over on Instagram, are the lip syncing, where I can bring out a little bit of my personality and talk about a customer pain point and how we can solve it. So when talking about Reels here on Instagram, if someone says, okay, so maybe I'll go ahead and repurpose my Reels over to TikTok and just see how it goes, what would you say to someone that's like, should I just repurpose, or do I have to create all new content?
Yeah, so I know a lot of people that repurpose TikTok for Instagram Reels, and I see less people repurposing Instagram Reels to TikTok, just because TikTok is so culture specific. There's a lot about TikTok videos that make them feel really native to the platform, and they generally perform better when they do feel native, like using features like green screen and the text is what kind of helps with that. And there are some different strategies for Reels that I don't see really using in the same way on TikTok. So for example, on Reels, I see these videos where they're very short, like maybe 5 seconds, and they tell you to read the caption for more information. And that's because the video will keep looping, right? And I'm assuming that that's helping them get more watch time on their video. We know watch time is really important in these algorithms. That's like the main determining factor to get more views on your video. Whereas on TikTok, that strategy doesn't work so well because we don't have a large caption space that you can use that. And there's a pause button, and people are very familiar with it. So when people go into your comment sections, they generally will hit the pause button on your video, and they'll go into the comments and read them, and maybe they engage, that sort of thing. So the comment section is a big part of TikTok. That is in itself can be just like there's viral comments in there. It can be very entertaining, and people really, really like the comment sections.
I love that. Well, and you said too that you on TikTok, you can pause a video. And I know that in the Instagram feed, you have to actually be in the Reels channel to pause a video.
Yes.
You can't pause it when you're just in the regular feed. And it's clunkier. So is there a do and a don't for repurposing any of your content? I know that on Instagram, they don't like seeing that TikTok watermark. Is it the same over on TikTok?
It's the same. It is definitely the same. Remove watermarks. Yes. And if you can re-add the sound within the app, that's better as well.
Oh man, it sounds, I mean, well, this is the thing, like, this is where I really feel like it takes a whole strategy for these different social media platforms. And that's why
it does.
You can't be on all of them. I mean, if you want to be on Pinterest, TikTok, Google My Business, LinkedIn, Twitter, I mean, that's a full-time job to show up the right way. I mean, you there's always copy and
Facebook
pasting
Reels now as well.
Yeah. Yes. So, well, okay. So let's say they say, listeners are saying, okay, TikTok sounds great. I know I can get really good reach there. Maybe my demographic is on this platform after all. I'll go ahead and I can do some talking head videos and mix them in with some trending audio. What kind of content strategy is best for business owners to implement as they're getting started on this platform to avoid burning out?
Absolutely. I love this question because it's the number one thing I do with all my clients. Is the first thing is develop that content strategy. And I use content pillars, which is very familiar to other content marketers and other social media platforms. And so I got really excited when I saw that you could do the same thing on TikTok, because you don't want to just be posting the same video all the time. And one of the biggest mistakes I see is that people just post trends. They post way too many trends, and they're not really, giving the value, and they're not also talking about their products or their services or how you work with them, that kind of thing. So you need to have a good mix for your followers, right? So content pillars, there are some ones I find that are a little bit different than on Instagram. And one of those would be what I call having an original series. So an original series is a theme or a type of video that you post on a regular basis. I suggest at least once a week. And the goal of this video, it has to be content that you can make a lot of. So maybe it's one tip about something. And the goal of this is really to help you stand out within your niche and give people a reason to follow you. And that's what I saw with my trend alerts. So that's an example of an original series. When I started that series in August of 2020, I noticed that really what these are at the core are content ideas, and people need content ideas all the time. So they're going to follow me because they want more content ideas. But yeah, so that's an idea. That's an example of an original series.
I love that idea. Well, and I mean, it's definitely something that is pretty business industry agnostic, regardless if you are a mechanic or a realtor or, a social media manager. No matter what it is that you do, there should be something that you can talk about on a regular
Yes.
basis for that original series. Like for me, I could talk about hashtags one week, and then and then I could talk about location tags, and then I could talk about LinkedIn strategy. I mean, like if you have that original
Yes.
series, the content ideas should be endless. What's another
Yes.
content pillar that you could see is pretty industry agnostic for TikTok?
Well, definitely what I call promotional pillar, and that's your promotional content. We're very familiar with that on Instagram. This is where I see business owners not promoting enough, because sometimes people feel like, I've heard this before, you can't sell on TikTok. People don't like it when you sell. I'm like, yes, you can. Lots of people are doing it. Your community wants to buy from you. So making these promotional videos, that's either promoting whatever products you have or services or a challenge or your lead magnet. I've worked with so many clients. I'm like, you have a lead magnet? Let's build your list. TikTok is amazing for building your list. Let's make a video that talks about the benefits of, why they should get your list, why they should be on your list. And then you drive people, through that link in bio to sign up. Like, it's so powerful for that. So that promotional content is one pillar. I see people kind of lacking. And within promotional, I also consider things like social proof, and the testimonial videos can be very, very powerful as a way of selling on TikTok as well.
And it's definitely something that I see across all social media platforms. Us as business owners, we either fall into, I feel like, two categories. We talk about our business all the time and how you can buy from us, and we want you to buy now. So we're constantly selling, or we don't tell you what it is that we do and how to work with us. There really doesn't seem to be anyone that is doing it exactly the right way, but it's so true. You have to tell people how to work with you, why they should work with you. What are the services that you offer? So I absolutely love that promotional content pillar as well. So, okay. I love the content pillars. I love the trends. I love the talking head. I know that growing an audience can be so hard. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of business owners get discouraged by social media as a whole, because they're not growing. They're, oh, well, no one's seeing my stuff, or nobody likes it, nobody comments, and they get fed up and they throw in the towel. What are some tips that you would give to the listeners about growing an engaged audience, not growing a massive audience, but growing an engaged audience on TikTok?
Yeah. So I'm all about that, because I teach more of a community over virality approach. As we know, on TikTok, there's a lot of focus on growth and going viral. When I came to that app and realized you can use it as a social media marketing tool, just like Instagram, I was like, okay, you don't need to go viral. You just need to attract the right people, just like all the other platforms. So, my biggest tip is caring about your followers, listening to them, responding to your comments. There are a lot of people on TikTok who do not respond to their comments. And I notice when I comment on people's stuff, and I'm like, oh, they never even responded. People, it's hard to get comments, right? On social media. So if someone took the time out of their day to comment, like, engage with them, focus on building that relationship.
I 1000% agree with that. If someone takes the time to get both thumbs going to leave you a comment, the least you can do is write back to them. And that's like the whole basis of social media anyways, regardless if it's TikTok or Instagram, it's to be social with one another.
Yeah. And build relationships. Yeah.
So commenting on on people that leave comments on your posts, what's another tip that you would have on growing that engaged audience? I love that you said community. An engaged community around your brand on TikTok.
So using the feature where you can reply to a comment with a video is really helpful. That helps to make people feel seen and heard. I love that feature.
Talk to us a little bit about that feature, because I know that it's newer on Instagram, but I never see people using that feature. So talk to us a little bit about replying with a video on TikTok?
Yeah, so you can use this to answer a question or to, further explain something or have some sort of commentary on someone's comment, respond to a hater sometimes if that happens. But yeah, basically all you have to do is go into your comment section and you tap on the comment, and then it pulls up, there's a little video camera, and then it allows you to make a video directly responding to that comment. So really, really good for, again, offering value and responding to questions. Another thing I highly recommend on TikTok for building community is live streaming. So you do get that
live stream
feature
on TikTok too.
Yes. After 1,000 followers, you get the live stream feature, and it's very, very powerful on TikTok for building community. This is a chance for your followers to get one-on-one time with you, which is very meaningful. There's a lot of different things you can do on live as a business owner. If you've got products you can be making, showcasing your products, working in your business, packaging orders, you can be, doing some aspect of your business. If you have a service-based business, you can be doing anything like Q&As and little workshops to get people involved with you. And then they're also very powerful for, again, funneling traffic to your offers. If that's your lead magnet, you have a Facebook group, a membership, or whatever you have, you can be suggesting that using call to actions in your live. You can also sell on live. I did my first course launch on live stream. It was amazing. And I just, generally love it just to connect and engage and get to know my followers a little bit more.
I love it. Well, Wave, I feel like I need to just bring you in for like monthly check-ins on TikTok and how to best use it, because
Yes.
it's one of the newer social media platforms out there. And it's one that's definitely made good old Mark Zuckerberg a little nervous, because they're able to do things with their algorithm, and they're bringing a different type of content that a lot of people obviously were craving. They were craving those, the raw videos, not the highly polished and the real.
Yes. In the moment, just real authentic moments. Yeah.
Well, and I think Wave, I think Wave with what you were saying too, like the real authentic moments. That's what these TikTok videos are based around. They're not about being highly produced and having your hair done and having your makeup. I mean, you can if you want, but I mean, I feel like a lot of the videos that I was engaging with, maybe it was just the algorithm showing me more of it, were just that real life of someone like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and record this video because it's happening right here and right now, and I want you to be a part of it with me.
Yeah, and this is why you see videos of, people just sitting in their car and talking, and people putting on their makeup while they do a video, people eating in their videos and making and talking, that type of thing, because it's just more, it's in the moment, right?
So, well, Wave, I have to ask you, do you think TikTok is here to stay? If someone says, all right, you've intrigued me enough to just look into it a little bit more, maybe I'll go ahead and create an account. You think it's here to stay? It's not going to be the next, Periscope or the next Blab. I think TikTok is going to be here and is going to continue giving some of these other social media apps a run for their money. What say you?
Absolutely. TikTok is a cultural phenomenon. You cannot deny that. It sets trends in all these other industries. It blows my mind. Short form video is here to stay. So, start learning and brushing up on your short form video content creation skills. Because TikTok's here to stay, and it's evolving and changing so fast.
Yes, it really is. So, okay, if we want to learn how to up our short form video game, how do we connect with you? How do we continue learning from you?
Yes, absolutely. So you can, follow me, first of all, on TikTok and Instagram. It's just my name @Wyld. I also have a Facebook group, and the TikTok Profit Lab is now open, so you can check that out. If you're listening to this at a later time, just send me a DM if the sales page is not available. But yes, that's just one of the many ways.
The TikTok Profit Lab. Yeah. So be sure to go check that out. Sign up now. If you head on over there, and if the cart has closed, shoot Wave a DM so that you can continue learning from her, because I agree. I think TikTok and short form video, I think it is here to stay. And if you are ready to embrace that side, that fun side of your business and show up as the face of your brand, why not start now and why not check out TikTok? Wave, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've loved every moment.